Hello, welcome to this Yin Yoga practice. While generally props are not used in traditional Yin practices, you might want to have a block and a blanket available to make poses more accessible. We're going to begin with a wide knee child's pose. So we begin on hands and knees, and then keeping big toes touching, open knees as wide as is comfortable, and shift your hips back to your heels. Arms might stretch forward, or you might stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands. The head doesn't reach the ground, maybe add a blanket or a block so that the head can ground onto something. We're not pushing or forcing or trying to make the stretch bigger or better. We're just allowing gravity to happen. In our Yin practice, we work on letting go. Letting go of any agenda, dropping the striver. So all these stretches, all these shapes are passive. Muscles are relaxed. Bones are dropping down in response to the pull of gravity. Now, in a slow and mindful way, rise up out of the child's pose. And you might like to gently stretch the legs out one at a time. Tuck toes under, push through the heel. Other leg, tuck toes under, push through the heel. And now make your way onto your belly for either Sphinx or seal pose. In Sphinx, the elbows are shoulder width apart. They can be slightly forward. Elbows can be slightly forward of the shoulders or significantly forward of the shoulders. We wouldn't want them behind the shoulders, as this might cause shoulder strain. If this feels uncomfortable in your lower back, you can place a blanket, fold it up a bit to go underneath your pelvis, underneath your hips. If, on the contrary, you'd like more sensation, you can come up into seal pose, planting your hands wider than your shoulders, pretty far out in front. Arms are straight. And here we stay. If it's available, relax your organs, internal organs dropping down, relaxing all the muscles in your back and letting your belly drop. If that feels like too much for your lower back, you can bring some engagement into your buttocks and maybe even into your legs, actively pressing feet into the floor. So we press the forearms down or the hands down so that we're not completely sinking into the shoulders. There's a bit of a lift and a broadening across the upper back. We're seeking a moderate amount of sensation. And the invitation is to remain as still as you are able for the duration of the pose. You might need to shift or adjust your position if it becomes too uncomfortable. But we don't want to do any unnecessary kind of fidgety movements. Let the itch go unscratched. And be okay with some discomfort. Slowly coming down onto the forearms if you were in seal. And then let your elbows slide wide. Remove your blanket if it was underneath you. Elbows slide wide. Stack your forehead on top of your hands. It might feel nourishing to rock the hips a little bit side to side. Be as loose and relaxed as you can. And coming back to stillness. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Press up to hands and knees. And next we'll come into sleeping swan. This is known as pigeon in the yang world, similar shape. We'll start with the right leg forward, right knee forward. Some will want to keep their foot back toward the left hip. Others will enjoy bringing the foot up, but we don't want to force that shape. And then you can walk your left leg back a bit and come down to rest on your forearms. If this shape doesn't work for your body, you can take it onto your back. Lying on your back, beginning with the feet planted, and then placing your right ankle on your left thigh, up by the knee. You could stay here or draw the legs in, taking that right arm through the hole the legs have created, and bringing the hands, the fingers to interlace around either the shin or the thigh. Soften where you can. Cultivate present moment awareness. If the mind drifts away out of the room or into the past or the future, acknowledge that that's occurred with kind attention, and then come back into your body, into your breath, into the moment. In a slow and mindful way, coming back up onto your hands. Let your weight shift to your right hip and swing the left leg around to sit in shoelace. So for this shape, the knees are stacked and you can draw your feet, your heels close to your outer hips. Some find a better, more appropriate shape for them by letting the feet move away from the hips. And if you were on your back, might be better to stay on your back. If you wanted to take that variation, cross the right leg on top of the left, crossing at the thighs, and then draw the knees in toward the chest, staying here or sliding the hands down to the feet, drawing the feet to the outer hips. If you're in the seated shape, this could still be too much, but you don't want to take it on your back. You could sit cross-legged. And some of you will like to fold forward, and you might want your block to support your head. Keep bringing your mind into your breath and your breath into your body. One more alternative for this shape that you could try if it's not quite working for you is to have your bottom leg straight, staying upright or folding forward here. Let's root and slowly rise. And take a little stretch. Right leg is on top, taking a side stretch over to the left. Turn your heart toward the ceiling. Breathe into your right side. Come back to center and extend your bottom leg. Stay upright or fold forward. If you were already in this shape before, you could bring the sole of your foot to your inner thigh instead. Staying upright or folding forward. Notice sensation. Rest in the field of awareness. Let's root to rise. And then we'll plant the right foot outside of the left knee and possibly bring the left heel next to the outer right hip. And take a little twist here to the right Wrap your left arm around your right leg and bring your right hand behind you. So a little more active here with your inhalations, lengthen your spine. With your exhalations, rotate the spine. Draw your right shoulder blade both toward the spine and down the back. Hug your right leg in with the help of your left arm. Keep dropping the right sitting bone down. Unwind your spine. Coming back to center. To stretch out the legs, maybe shake out the legs or the feet a little bit. And then we'll repeat the whole sequence on the left side, starting with sleeping pigeon. Remember, you can take this one on your back, starting with the feet planted. Place left ankle on right thigh, close to the knee. Stay here or interlace hands around the thigh or the shin and draw the leg in. Alternately, our sleeping swan. The right leg stretches back. The left leg comes forward. Maybe the left foot moves up toward the right edge of the mat, right corner of the mat. Maybe it slides down more to the right hip. You can come down onto your forearms, torso lowering down. Stay present for sensations. This practice is less about doing and more about being. Take your time coming up, coming out. If you're on your back, just close up the gap between the legs. Draw the knees in toward the chest. Maybe bring your hands down to your feet, drawing your feet toward your outer hips. So again, that looks like that. Or you could take the seated version of shoelace, stack your knees. Left knee is on top this time. Feet can be closer in toward the hips or further away from the hips. Maybe you stay upright. Maybe you fold forward. And you could support your head. Just taking it one breath at a time. Remember, if it's not quite working for you, if you're experiencing too much sensation, you can stay upright and or you can have your bottom leg straight. And let's rise from the forward fold. Take a little side stretch. Right hand to the ground, left arm up and over. Spinning your heart toward the ceiling. Return to upright spine. And straighten the bottom leg. If you are already in this shape, you can bring the sole of your left foot to the right inner thigh. And here again, staying upright or folding forward.
With every exhalation, responding to gravity a little bit more.
Carefully rooting to rise, returning to upright spine. Plant your left foot outside of your right knee. Right leg can stay straight or draw the heel back toward the left outer hip. Wrap your right arm around your left leg. Hug the leg in. Right hand, left hand behind you. As your inhales, lengthen your spine from root to crown. And exhale, twisting left. Unwind and stretch legs out in front. Our last seated shape is called square pose. This is double pigeon in Yin Yoga. So for this shape, we're stacking the shins, one on top of the other, and stacking the knees with the ankles. This may or may not be accessible, of course, like any posture. If it's kind of working for you, here's some things you can try. You could take your bottom foot and draw it closer to the hip. If your knee is hovering, I would suggest supporting it with a block or pillow or blanket bolster. If it's just too much, you can try extending the bottom leg. Top leg is in that square shape. And again, maybe supporting the knee. Some of you will be better off staying upright. And others can take the forward fold.
Watching and listening inwardly.
Slow and mindful way, rising up. Switch the cross of the legs. Perhaps making the same or similar modifications. Perhaps folding forward. Slowly, carefully rising up. Extend your legs out in front. And then our last shape before Shavasana is a reclined butterfly. Lying on your back. Bring the soles of your feet together and your knees wide. Be effortless. Not trying to get anywhere, rather simply being here. If you're experiencing too much sensation in the inner thighs, in the adductors, in the groin, you can place blocks underneath your outer thighs or outer knees, blocks or pillows or blankets to feel more supported and to allow the body to release more completely. And now, in a slow and mindful way, and release all together into Shavasana, extending your legs, letting your arms rest at your sides. Dropping into stillness. Bones glide down through layers of muscle and tissue in response to the pull of gravity. Nothing to do. Now enter a state of non-doing. Just rest here in stillness. Rest in spacious awareness. And now invite your breath to deepen. Taking your time, bend your knees, ground the soles of your feet. Gradually roll to your side and press up to a seat. Thank you for sharing your day with me. Namaste.